meantime, what do you think of this Soul Shaker, Dylan?
I have to be honest, man. This is probably my favorite neck you guys have ever made.
Dig it.
This neck feels amazing. It feels just like it looks. It feels like the fretboard. It's smooth. It's so smooth. It's just got a great size. It fits your hands so well. And you don't think it's going to feel as good as it does. But when you play it, man, it
Well, this is a glossy guitar with a satin finish neck.
right.
So we did that thing.
That's a cool juxtaposition.
Yeah, per Rick, it is. It's cool. It's really cool because it does. It feels all smooth and natural. Rick plays a lot of slide, and so he likes to have an easy action.
Yep, I get that. I get that.
As do you.
I would seriously. Normally, most of my necks, I'll take super fine steel wool, no matter the neck. I like to get it down to where because I sweat, and this, I wouldn't even do that, and it slides great.
Digging.
And it's a big difference. I played the early prototypes, and the prototypes are interesting, but when the final production model came out, wow. You guys did a heck of a job.
Yeah, man.
So.
Carina body, 3-piece, Carina neck, ebony fingerboard. The Reverend modded Bigsby with the soft touch spring, which you were commenting on as we were warming up in here. You can get that sort of string flutter. All that is compliments of Mr. Reeves Cabrels. You know the story about the spring and Reeves?
I don't.
I've told it before, but it's worth telling. Reeves used to get these springs that were a clutch part out of, I believe, an Indian motorcycle, either Indian or Triumph.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was part of the clutch, and he used to put them in his Bigsby's because he liked the smoother feel of it. And so we got one of those springs from Reeves when we started the Space Hawk project, the guitar that he plays in The Cure. And we took that spring to a spring company in the East Coast and matched the size and the tensile strength and started putting it in all of our Bigsby's. And it works. It's a different feel.
It feels great. On the Bigsby that I had on my old telly, I would put the pennies in there.
The pennies. I don't know what she has to do with it, but okay.
I would put the taller springs in there because I like to really get that. And you don't need the bigger spring with this. I mean, the position is perfect. It bounces right back. You're not fighting it. You don't hear it kinking as you use it.
Yeah, for sure.
And then on top of everything, man, you guys nailed the volume knob and the pickup and bridge. So it's right there that you can just go nuts on it, and it stays still in tune. That's amazing.
Those are Reverend's Alnico humbuckers that we just put the fancy points on. And
the points are cool.
The points are cool. And Rick never used the bass contour. So after, this is our third different signature model. Fourth, if you want to count the Revtrons as its own model. Because in the original phenolic bodies, of course, we had the plain top Rick Vito, the gold and blue Rick Vitos, which only a couple were made out of, and then a number of them were done with the graphics in the black chrome. And those featured very, very high output P90s, and that was sort of what Rick was into in the late 90s, early 2000s when we introduced that guitar. The second version was the Art Deco masterpiece with the raised center ridge and all the stripes and such, and that was a volume tone based contour and blend control with a P90 and then a high output single coil under a humbucker cover that was made to sort of replicate the sound of a Supro pickup. As we went to this, now Rick is playing just a more traditional two humbucker setup. He really liked the aesthetic of having the points on the pickup, so we carried that over. But this is a humbucker guitar with a three-way switch, volume and tone, very simple setup, but obviously very elaborate appearance with the moto. It's not really moto, but it's this mother of pearl sort of inlay over the headstock, and then on the body. And then the binding is very special. The company that makes the binding is up in Washington State, and they take these layers of plastic and they glue them together. Black, white, black, black, white, and then they cut through them vertically in order to make the strips of binding. And so it is custom made for us. And then notice the contouring on the back too. I mean, this is comfortable. This is, show them on the camera there. Flip that back. See that? it's just comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know how you bass player guys do that.
See that?
Still in tune?
Still tuned.
Of course, still in tune.
Still
That's
in
what we
tune.
do here.